The Carrington is a very special place for many reasons. One of the reasons is because we have music here in the best and most important ways. And we need to always be thankful to Julianne for that, because she brings us the best of music and she brings us with a great heart. Your being here tonight is one more way of allowing us to enjoy our music, to enjoy what we have here as a community of people, and make no mistake what a wonderful community this is. So, we are off to a great beginning because we're going to be very happy together.
Our first song tonight is Happy Together. In your little yellow programs, you will find the names of the composers, and I'm not going to call them out again. The version that we're going to sing, I remember, came out in 1967, sung by the Turtles. Whoops, I turned the page too fast. They were a group of high school friends. They continued playing together through college and beyond. In 1967, after being rejected by a number of other bands, Happy Together hit the charts and was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. The Turtles had other hits, but there was never another #1. The band went through a number of personnel changes before disbanding in 1970. They didn't last very long in those days. Individual members continued to work in the music industry after the dissolution of the band. Many other performers have recorded this song, including Mel Torme, who did it in 2010, putting in his own jazzy type rendition. And now, here's the Hotsy Totsy Voices, our version of Happy Together.
move from happy together to let's call the whole thing off. This is my husband, Jamie. Jamie and I actually met when we were singing in the Angel City Chorale in Los Angeles. Google Angel City Chorale, they're amazing. They recently went really far on America's Got Talent. You know, this is Carrington's Got Talent, right? They went really far on America's Got Talent, and we were able to sing with them in their last 2 virtual concerts during COVID, and we'll be out there next summer for our 30th anniversary of the choir. So anyway, we still sing together whenever we can. We sing in the Park Ridge Chorale, we sing at church, and I drag him along on a lot of crazy things like this. And he puts up with a lot, which a lot of you know when I'm here at 7 o'clock at night and you're like, oh, no. So thank you, honey. He's also our official videographer. Thank you. Goodness knows what the end will be. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It looks as if we two will never be one. Something must be done. You say either, and I say either.
You say neither, and I say neither, either. Neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato and I like potato.
You like tomato and I like tomato. Potato.
Potato, tomato.
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
But oh,
if we call the whole thing off,
then we must part. But oh,
pajamas and I like pajamas.
I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas.
For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off.
You say laughter and I say laughter.
I say after and you say after. Laughter.
Laughter after.
After. Let's call the whole thing off. You like vanilla and I like vanilla.
You sarsaparilla and I sarsaparilla. Vanilla.
Vanilla, chocolate,
strawberry.
Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part.
But
oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you go for oysters and I go for oysters, I'll order oysters and give up the oysters. For we know we need each other, so we
too.
including Adam's family.
Jesse, I'm glad they got a mic because I speak too low. Blue Moon is a classical popular song written by Richard Rodgers and Lawrence Hart in 1934. The song was a hit twice in 1949 with the successful recordings in the U.S. by Billy Eckstine and Mel Torme. In 1961, Blue Moon renewed its popularity and became the international #1 hit for the doo-wop groups, the single artists, and the instrumentals. Over the years, Blue Moon has been recorded by many artists: Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and Elvis Presley, just to name a few. And now, our very own group here from the Carrington, the Hotsy Totsy Voices, the BNGs, Blue Moon Group, featuring Charlie Myers, Albert McCoy, Bill Farrar, Harvey Cohen, and yours truly, Phil Castiglione.
The Blue Moon Group, yay guys!
For our next number, our very own Angel will perform the song Shallow on his flute. Shallow is a song that was performed by American singer Lady Gaga there. He just magically appears out of nowhere. Angel, his latter community in the Carrington Community Church service yesterday, and as I understand, he was absolutely fabulous. We are so grateful to you, Angel, for being our angel amongst angels here on earth at the Carrington.
I would like to start off with a poem. Beneath the spreading chestnut tree, the village smithy stands. The smith, a mighty man is he, with large and sinewy hands. He goes to church on Sunday and sits down in his pew, and everybody around him says, "Pardon me, does that pew belong to you?" Story about the Hispanic fireman whose wife delivered twins. They named them Jose and Jose. The two women are meeting on the street, and one says, "I'm so excited. I'm really excited. My brother's coming home. Really. Yeah, I haven't seen him in 10 years. Where's he been? He's been in prison." Why was he in prison? He killed his wife. Oh, he's single. The story of in family court, the 10-year-old boy is brought up and says, what's the situation here? He says, "My father beats me." "Oh, really?" "My mother beats me." The judge says, "Well, I have to book with your aunt and uncle." "My aunt and uncle beat me." He says, "Well, where do you want to go?" He says, "I want to go with the Chicago Bears. They don't beat anybody."
When I learned that I was going to follow Ray's very funny jokes, I thought I better come up with a very funny introduction to the choir's next song, but I couldn't do that because there's nothing really funny about the song. In fact, it has a very profound message. The song is "Try Everything," and it was featured in the 2016 Disney movie called Zootopia. The message of the song is very clear, so listen closely to the words. They explain the importance of perseverance and the usefulness of standing up to your challenges and never giving up, no matter what stands in your way. This was a very difficult song to learn, but the message was so important to share that the choir worked very hard to learn it. The melodious solo voice you'll hear will be that of Willie Nowman. So here's the moving and inspiring "Try Everything."
Lost another fight, lost to myself, but I'll just start again. I keep falling down, I keep on hitting the ground, but I always get up now to see what's next. Nobody learns without getting it wrong. I won't give up, no, I won't give in, till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave, I want to try everything.
everything. Try everything. Try everything. Look how far we've come. You fill my heart with love. Baby, you've done enough. Take a deep breath. Don't beat yourself up. Don't need to run so fast. Sometimes we come last, but we did our best. I won't give up. No, I won't give in. Till I reach the end. And then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I want to try everything. I want to try even though I could fail. I won't give up. No, I won't give in. Till I reach the end. And then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I want to try everything. I want to try even though I could fail.
Good evening, everyone. The next song the chorus will sing, What the World Needs Now is Love, was composed and produced by Burt Bacharach, with lyrics written by Hal David. The recording was first offered to Dionne Warwick, but she turned it down because she thought it sounded too country. However, singer Jackie DeShannon released it in 1965. 3 months later, it rose to number 8 on the top 100 U.S. chart and number 1 in Canada. Bacharach did not initially believe in the song and was reluctant to play it for DeShannon. The song's success caught the two by surprise because of the disagreement in our country about the Vietnam War, which was the subject of Hal David's lyrics. Bacharach revealed in his autobiography that Hal David's lyrics were the most difficult David ever wrote, despite being deceptively simple as a pop hit. It took another 2 years for David to come up with the lyric, Lord, we don't need another mountain. Once that was done, the two finished the song in a day or two. Bacharach used this song as the intro and finale for his live appearances well into the 2000s. The piece of music is a true classic. Now it's time for the chorus to sing What the World Needs Now is Love. It will feature soloists Eileen Graziano and Trudy Schregel. Check your program for the words and sing along.
soloists, another hand. So we have tryouts for solos. And for the folks who did them today, thank you so much. You guys, bravo, all of you. I have to introduce you, Erica. So Erica is our Life Enrichment Director, independent living. She's an amazing ball of energy. And Erica and I work very closely together with Trudy, actually, who is on our resident council, and she's in charge of activities. So the three of us are quite a trio, and we work really hard to plan classes and activities and outings for you and your family members to enjoy. So if you have any ideas, this is just a little plug that we want to hear from you. So let us know. And here's Erica.
So, if anyone hasn't gotten a raffle ticket and you want a raffle ticket, all of the proceeds will be going to Alzheimer's research, which, as we know, is just an incredibly important thing for all of us. Jane, who is our wonderful resident and also happens to be Julian's mom, which is her slight claim to fame, she will come and sell you a raffle ticket. So just raise your hand. They're $1 each, and then there's all kinds of different deals if you get more. $305 already for its So, for our next number, the title of the next song is written by Tom Petty, although I understand our very own Tom enjoys the Johnny Cash version, correct? Yes. It's entitled I Won't Back Down, and the title is indicative of the lyrics of its content, and the singer was facing some harrowing situations when he wrote the song. However, even in the midst of his harrowing times, he wouldn't back down. And simply put, neither would our Tom Whitaker. Tom has helped all of us to get through COVID in showing his strength of not backing down from this situation that we've been in and keeping all of you and all of your family members safe. So we give a huge kudos and thank you for that service. So it's Tom and Jerry, which we all just like to say because it's funny, and Greg. So come on up, Tom.
Thank you all for coming out. So I've always really liked this song, and over the past couple of years, it's come to mean a lot more to me. I joked with one of my coworkers earlier today, I'll have a mask on the whole time, so when they put this on social media, I can totally deny it was me. keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, I know you feel me out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Carrington on the guitar, Jerry Stefaniak on guitar, and Julie on the keys and harmony.
Guys, I have to say that was pretty well considering we practiced it, what, 15 minutes? That's good. I want to thank these guys for doing, these are busy guys. Tom's our executive director, Greg's on our sales team, and Jerry keeps our buildings running. He's our building ops. Oh, there you go.
And thank you to Jerry for cranking up the AC before we started this. I think if you're all feeling comfortable right now, it's that guy right there.
Oh, thanks, good job. So up next is one of my favorite things. We had actually been talking about doing drumming in independent living for a while, and we hadn't done it. And it's funny because you guys do it in assisted living, and I don't know why we just hadn't done it. But anyway, when Jamie's Aunt Chris and Uncle Tim came back from Arizona, I decided I would ask Aunt Chris if she would come and lead our drumming circle, because I was just kind of curious if people would like it. So Chris has been coming twice a month since February, I think, right? And usually we have about, I'd say anywhere from 12 to 30 people come to drumming. And today we have about 8. Is Sue here? Did Sue ever get here? And I had to actually apologize to Chris when I asked her to be a part of this, because really a drumming circle is not performative. Really, it's not meant to be a performance. It's really about kind of connecting to the universe, really, with what you're doing and your vibrations. And it's a little foo-foo-y, but I have to say, like, I really like it, and I believe in it. And when I do it, when we do it, I think, I think it means something, and it can't hurt, right, Chris? So, Chris, why don't you come up? This is Chris Rundall. She is my aunt.
Hey, I hate microphones, but I'll do it. Henry David Thoreau once said, "If a man does not keep pace with his companions, it's because he hears a different drum. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured and far away." So my background is Native American drumming. My mentor was an Ojibwe woman, medicine woman, and I spent years going to Canada to be with my mentor and help her throughout the summers. I was lucky enough to be a teacher, so now you know why I had time during the summer to go up there. They teach that the drum beat is the first thing you hear and feel in your mother's womb. Think about that. And it will continue to heal you throughout your life. So, therefore, when we drum with intention. The board over here is kind of a cheat sheet for us. If we can't think of what it is that we want to send out into the universe, there are words there that help us. But the bottom line is that they know, the drummers now, know that the drum hears what's in your heart. You don't have to come up with the right words. You don't have to memorize anything. So during a regular drumming session, it's split into 4 sections. The first thing we drum for is the world. The second thing is community. The third thing is family and friends. And the last round is for yourself. Because you don't pray for yourself enough when you think about it. So our round tonight will just be a sample of that. We don't believe in putting anything into the drum that's negative, because the vibration of the drum goes down to the Middle Earth, the crystal core, and comes back up without being multiplied and out into the universe. So, when I started, I told them not to worry about the rhythm. In fact, I prefer to drum with my eyes closed in a drumming circle because I don't want to match what somebody else is drumming. That's their song. You want your song to be put into that drum. So I told them they can come in when they want, and they can stop when they want. The biggest and best part of a drumming circle is that this is one of the few times in your life where you can't make a mistake. So every time we drum, we remember that. All right.
Good evening. Julianne asked if I would do the next introduction. Julianne asked me if I would do the next introduction and wanted me to tell you about our Monday night storytelling event here at the Carrington. This is something we have fully embraced as a way to get to know each other better. Everyone has a story. It was Jackie Favis's brainchild, and she moderates 2 sessions a month. And my husband, Ernie Hyman, was her first guest speaker. His tale is a remarkable one of how he escaped the Holocaust in Europe. Since then, we've heard from many other residents with stories as varied as you can imagine. From a bridge playing patent attorney who was Oprah Winfrey's neighbor, to adventures including a prince in Saudi Arabia. Door Stories is another idea, and this one is from Carol Verdon. She facilitates these panel talks once a month where we hear about the art that's on and around our front doors. Now, they're usually quite funny, but really very interesting. And I'm told there's even another storytelling concept that's coming down the pipe. It has been wonderful to hear these stories. Strangers are no longer strangers, as we have things to talk about, ask each other about, and maybe even find some common ground. Now, Turby was a pioneer in this area, and she has led a storytelling class here at the Carrington for quite a while. Now, tonight, we're very lucky. She will share one of her very own stories with us. So please, enjoy.
My face felt warm. I opened my eyes and kicked off the sheet. It was going to be another muggy day. Every Southern Illinois July day is like wading through honey, sticky and slow. I was 13 and tired of having to spend 2 weeks of vacation down here with my grandparents. I liked and loved them, but why couldn't we travel somewhere exciting? Just get in the car and stay in a motel somewhere, Florida maybe. My friend Susan had been to Florida on vacation with her family, and they stayed right on the ocean in a motel with a pool. Talk about fun. Not us. We must come down to Buckner, Illinois. 500 people in a town and not a thing to do. Yesterday, I had to spend the morning chasing chickens off their nests to gather eggs. And chickens are mean. They'd sooner peck you than part with those eggs. I guess they think, I made those eggs, they're mine, you're not taking them. As I came into the bedroom, I pulled back the curtain and I looked out the window, and I noticed my grandmother. She was sitting on an upturned wooden fruit box in the corner of the yard under the grape arbor. The vines were full and drooping, and the sunlight was filtering down, making abstract patterns on all that was lying in their path. Grandma had her long white hair down. It fell to her waist, and she was brushing it in long, slow, silent strokes. I have never seen her with her hair down. It was white, long, and slightly yellowed. There in the morning sun, a picture of my mother and myself in years to come. I felt for a moment that I should turn away. I was an intruder, feasting on this private time that my grandmother was giving herself, but I couldn't turn away. I watched as she took from her lap the hairpins and the combs, braided up her hair, rolled it into a knot at the nape of her neck, and placing the combs along the sides and back of her neck to keep the hair from wiggling loose. It was truly a hopeless task, and she was always brushing wisps of hair from her face throughout her day of work. I moved to the next window to get a closer look at her face. She wasn't smiling, yet her face had a warm, contented look. Her lips turned up slightly at the corners, so even when she was angry, she had a pleasant face. I wanted to know what she was thinking. I wanted to be her at that moment, to have that peaceful, contented face. My silent observation was startled by the clang of a screen door and my mother saying, "Isn't it time for you to get up and being dressed? Get going. I'm sure you can find something to keep you busy." "Oh, yeah, I'm coming." I left the window, and when I got outside, my grandma was gone into the garden. I never spoke to her about seeing her. I placed it somewhere in my brain, reserved for a cherished moment in memory of a summer with my grandma and a muggy morning in southern Illinois. If we are all spirits that live within time, as I believe, then she must have known that the moment in time I spent with her would never leave me. It's alive. It's in my heart and my mind. And now, you share it too.
A woman is driving down the highway 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's not the problem. She's knitting at the same time. The motorcycle cop comes riding alongside of her, says, "Pull over." She says, No, cardigan." Man goes into the urologist's office, he says, "Doctor," he said, "I want to be castrated." He says, I thought about it, don't try to talk me out of it, I thought about it for a long time. He says, "I want it done." He says, "Fine, sign the waivers." He said, "Sign the waivers." Take him takes him to the next room. The nurse is there, they perform the surgery. A little while later, the man wakes up. Doctor says, "How you feeling?" He says, "I'm feeling just fine." He says, "I have to tell you, I've been a urologist for 37 years now." He said, "You are the first man who's ever walked in and said, I want to be castrated." He don't get me wrong. He says, "I have had guys come in and say, I want to be circumcised." He says, "That's the word." Two men are talking. It's a very hot day in Chicago. They're talking this saying, he says, "The weather's terrible." He says, "Yes, the weather really is quite bad." And what did he say? My brother Ralph, he doesn't hear to him. He says it's very hot in Chicago. "Oh yes." He says, "In fact, it's hotter than it's been for years." He says, "This is really a very, very hot summer." What did he say? He said it's a hot summer. "Oh yes," he said. Usually what we like to do at this time of year, we like to go to Mackinac Island, up the northern end of Lake Michigan. There's a wonderful place there. He said, really enjoyed, no cars or anything. He said, "Yeah, we go there quite often too." What did he say? He says he likes to go to Mackinac Island. "Yeah, we like to go there too." Last year he said, I was up there. He said, "With this woman, Sarah Pendleton. Why she had her own room, I don't know. She spent it every night with a different man. In the afternoon, man comes up, she goes off with them. What did he say? He said he knows mother. Man goes to the synagogue with the intent. He lost his hat. Borsalino, a man's for the Borsalino, if you don't know what it is like Prada to women's shoes. Very, very expensive hat. Now at the end of the services, man says to the rabbi, he says, Rabbi, I want to tell you, he says, I really enjoyed your sermon about the 10 Commandments. He says, it really helped me. He says, I came in here. He says, I know there was somebody else in the congregation every Saturday. He has this beautiful Borsalino hat. I lost mine. I was going to take his. The rabbi said, I'm glad I helped you. He says, yes. He said, what are we talking about? He said, the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. No. The 9th commandment. The 9th commandment? He says, yeah, that's adultery. He says, yeah, I remember where I left the hat. At this point, we're going to present You Made Me Love You. It was written in 1913 by a team of Monroe and McCarthy. It was introduced by Al Jolson in 1919 for the Broadway show Honeymoon Express. In 1939, Judy Garland recorded it, and it was on the B side of a record. What do you think the other side was? Somewhere Over the Rainbow. In 1954, Judy Garland recorded again with new lyrics. Dear Mr. Gable, you made me love you. You may remember that song, that movie. Here are the Carrington Lovelies as they perform You Made Me Love You.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me want you. And all the time you do it. I guess you always do it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me sad. But there were times here you made me feel so bad. You made me smile, sure. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true. Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. You know I do. Give me what I cry for. You know you got the kind of kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you.
I've been worried all day long. Don't know if I'm right or wrong. I can't help just what I say. Your love makes me speak this way. Why, oh why should I feel blue? What's
but you will do. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you. And all the time you do it, I guess you always do it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad. Well, there were times, dear, you made me feel so sad. You made me sigh for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true. Yes, I do. Dear, I do. You know I do. Give me what I cry for. You know you got the kind of kisses that I died for. You know you made me love you. I had pictured in my mind someday I would surely find someone handsome, someone true, but I never thought of you. Now my dream of love is over. I want you and nothing more. So come on, enfold me, come on and hold me, just like you never did before. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you. And all the times you do it, I guess you always do it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad. That there were times, dear, you made me feel so bad. You made me sigh for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love that's true. Yes, I do. Dear, I do. You know I do. Give me what I cry for. You know you got the kind of kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you.
Very nicely done, ladies. I have to just tell you this. When we were rehearsing, I had to have the girls up their game a little bit because the guys, the Blue Moon guys, from like the very first rehearsal, they're like, what should we wear? And they came up with, they had all these options and props, and they ended up with the vests and the hats. But I said to the girls, they're gonna really like outshine you. So they come up with boas, and it's great. Good job, guys. Well, John's the best job. But I also want to say, Dee Dee just sat down. I need to give Dee Dee a huge shout out. Dee Dee's like my counterpart in assisted living. She's been here a really long time. She is beloved, and she's got a beautiful voice, as you just heard. A team player all the way. We love it when we get to collaborate. And she brings all the folks from assisted living, because we rehearse over in independent living, so they all have to schlep over there, and she makes sure they all get there and they get back, right? So thank you, Dee Dee. Are we next? Mark? Yeah.
Our song, I don't know why, You're Just in Love, is one of the very few popular songs written in counterpoint. That's because they're hard to sing. And very few succeed, except this one by Irving Berlin has been a hit. It's a rare exception. It has been recorded many times. The original by Ethel Merman, and arguably the best by Ethel Merman. She had the most extraordinary female voice. Although at the time she was very unimpressed with this song that was written into the play Call Me Madam. Tonight we are dedicating our song to our anniversary. 13 years ago, on this day, we met on our first date and have been together ever since.
Singing and there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why, I keep tossing in my sleep at night. And what's more, I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the sky are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You eat analyzing, it is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter, you know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder, you need someone who's older, or a little bit love. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love. You don't need analyzing, it is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter, I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder, you need someone who's older, or rubbed down with a velvet glove. There's nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love. You're not sick, you're just in love.
Trudy, can you come up and help me with the raffle? And grab our little stuff over there too? The flowers.
While they do this, let me say. Yeah, no, it is time. No, it is time. Oh, no, not that. I don't know that. I just want to say, it is so, oh my gosh. It is so nice that you all are here. Supporting your family and your fellow residents and friends. This is amazing. We did really think this would be a great way to celebrate our community, which includes not just residents, but staff and administration and caregivers and family. And when you come in here and you just spend time with your people, it really is a great community. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. I look over at Tom. So thanks for showing up. And thank you for working so hard and being so brave, choir. It's really important, really, in big and small ways, all the ways that you show up. So, are you ready?
I am.
Oh, we need to say about the talking.
Yes, okay, couple little things. Directly following this, we'd like you to join us for a Mai Tai and a little snack in the tap room. If you go out this hallway to your right, and keep walking, you'll find the tap room. We may not have Mai Tais for all of you because there's more of you than we expected, but we would love to share a glass of wine or a soft drink with you. And I want to also wish Marilyn Golden, there she is, it's her birthday today, so very happy birthday to her. And we're going to draw a raffle. Julian, you want to pick them? Okay. We're going to pick 3. The first prize gets the Pat O'Donnell handmade bowl. Pat put a lot of love in making this bowl. She learned it in arts and crafts class with Julian.
No,
But
she never paints arts and crafts class. She just saw it and did it better than we ever did.
Of course she did. So the first prize will get that, and you can see Jane in the back. She'll send you home with it. And the second and third prizes were donated by Mary Pat Carr. Thank you, Mary Pat. There's some wonderful after dinner liquor sets. So
the first number is 879 455. 879 455. 879 455. Check your numbers. We're going to go to the next person. 879 455.
must be present to win.
What you got, Jack? Got it? 879 455.
What'd you say?
No. Okay, let's go to the next.
Next number, 879 477. 879 477. All right, see Jane or Kay in the back.
455.
Okay. That is this gentleman right
No,
there.
that's 455.
Okay.
Oh, you have the next one.
I won.
Yay! Okay, and then the last one is 879 469. 879 469. Anyone? Say it one more time. 879 469. Who has it? All right, this young lady in the beach has it. You can grab your prize on the way out. Thank you guys for supporting Alzheimer research. We know how important it is.
Bill, you ready?
Good evening. Final number for the night to take us back to 1971. It's a song that was written by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, co-writer, produced by Phil Spector. Julian will start the song and take us down to the last chorus. When you get to the last chorus, you'll find words in your program. And then we ask you all to sing the last chorus with her. So now, imagine.
Also, Angel had an idea that maybe if you have your cell phones, I know we said turn them off, but you can turn on your flashlight during Imagine. Not you guys. Imagine there's no heaven. It's
living for today. You imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live on. That's our show. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Remember, thank you. Coffee, coffee. We'll have a reception in the chat room, so feel free to join us down in the chat room. Thanks for coming.